Hey guys, and welcome back to the randomized K-On! Pokemon Team series. Next up is our adorable Mugi-chan, so let's see what her Johto team will be. Mugi's first Pokemon will be Marowak. That's a pretty solid start to her team. Even if it's not the Alolan variant, Marowak is still a strong Pokemon. Its defense is really good, and its attack and special defense aren't bad either. Its level up moveset isn't really anything to brag about, but it still learns some solid moves, including Thrash, which is excellent. TM wise, it's pretty good for a ground type. It actually has some decent coverage here, so this is a great way to start a team off. Whether it's the Kanto version or a Alola version, Marowak would be a pretty valuable team member. Mugi's second Pokemon will be Dunsparce. I guess it could be worse. Of all the normal types, Dunsparce is definitely on the weaker side. Its stats aren't terrible, but they're also not stellar. Also, I think the way they spread them out here is pretty funny. There's not much to talk about with its level up moves, but if you bred one, it'll get access to some strong attacks. And being a normal type gives it quite a few options for TMs. So not a terrible Pokemon, but nothing that screams OP. Unless you've played Pokemon Insurgents and gone up against Gentleman Dun's Dunsparce. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch MJTV's top 10 most frustrating Pokemon to battle video. Link will be in the description box. Mugi's third Pokemon will be Rideon. Now this is a drastic step up. Rideon, even without evolving, is vicious. If you underestimate this thing, you will pay for it. It sucks in special stats and speed, but physically, it is a bulldozer. Unfortunately, it has no variety in level up moves, but this can be rectified by breeding one since its egg move list is a lot better. And its TM list is just as, if not a tiny bit better than Marowak's. But again, you'd want to go for the physical attacks. If you ever have to face down a Rideon, you'd better stay on your toes and hope you have a strong grass or water type, because otherwise, this thing will stomp you. And as a quick side note, we all know how strong Mugi is. Do you think she could pick this thing up? Mugi's fourth Pokemon will be Porygon 2. That's pretty alright. Porygon's first evolution looks pretty good overall. Its stats are very much above average, except for its speed, and 515 is a respectable total. Level up move wise, I guess it's serviceable. Still, Psybeam and Tri-Attack are great moves to have. Its options for TMs are good, but not quite as varied as some other normal types. However, you still have options and can definitely work with this. So Porygon 2 will absolutely be able to put in work for a team. It did get even better once the final evolution came out, but even in Gen 2, this is still a great team member to have. Mugi's fifth Pokemon will be Sandler. That's okay. Sandler's not a bad team member to have. It has fairly decent attack stats and speed. Sure, they're not amazing, but they're still good. It does have a very short level up move list, but the combo of Hypnosis and Confuse Ray will really cause problems, if you want to be an asshole that is. Its choices of TMs is pretty limited all things considered, though there are some solid moves here to choose from. So while Sandler may not be the most impressive normal type compared to, for the sake of example, a Snorlax or maybe a Miltank, it's still reasonably strong. It will put in some work. And Mugi's last Pokemon will be Cressola. I think Mugi would squeal like a little girl if she saw a Cressola in person. Again, this isn't exactly a powerhouse, but it's not super weak either. It has reasonably good defenses and its special attack is okay. For level up moves, it's okay. Bubble Beam and Ancient Power are solid attacks, and Recover is always useful. For TMs, it's not too shabby. It gets Psychic and Earthquake. Those are terrific attacks to have, even if they're not stab. So Cressola is pretty good. Not super tanky or overly strong, but still usable. You could find a way to use this thing effectively. And that's it for Mugi's Gen 2 team. Honestly, I'm a little concerned about this composition since Mugi would have a lot of trouble against fighting types. But she's a smart girl. If she took things seriously, I think she'd be able to find a way to deal with that. As always, please rate, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to come join me on Discord. Consider backing me on Patreon. And remember to stay chilled.